Yeah, Josh, kicking is often an overlooked aspect in football, but more often than not, the kicker leads the team in points, and that's exactly the case for Miguel Recinos, who leads the entire Hawkeye roster with 89 points scored this season. And tonight, we continue our hometown Hawkeye coverage with the senior from Mason City.
From the standpoint of sports, he was one of those kids where from the moment he could walk, he was touching a ball. Except in his case, it was a round ball. We thought he was going to be a soccer player.
Miguel's first love as a kid in Milwaukee was soccer. That is, until his family moved to Mason City.
As many kicker stories go, you know, where the coach asked for somebody to kick, and he got volunteered to kick. And he put the ball through the uprights, and the coach said, do it again. And he did it again, and he did it 3 times. And then he was the kicker.
Recinos trained at the football university camp. Someone, still unknown to the Recinos family to this day, had registered his name.
All of that really helped him focus and learn how to practice correctly and what to do. So as far as his development goes, whoever that was, I'd like to thank them because that really helped.
In his senior year of high school, Recinos went 8 for 14 on field goal attempts, including a kick that to this day stands as his career best. Without a tee and on a cold, rainy October night, Recinos hit from 58 yards.
It was a big deal. I mean, he trended on Twitter, which I still don't know much about Twitter, but I knew that was an important thing for him, and it caught the attention of several coaches across the country.
Recinos first saw action in October of 2016, attempting his first field goal at Minnesota, missing a 50-yard attempt well short. But just 2 weeks later, he'd have a shot at redemption against Wisconsin, and he registered his first points as a Hawkeye with a 47-yarder, with plenty of distance to spare. Recinos ended his junior year second in team points scored, with highlights including 2 field goals and 4 extra points in Iowa's upset over Ohio State. Then, in mid-October, with Maryland in town and winds swirling around Kinnick at 40 miles an hour, Recinos was a perfect 3 for 3.
I think the Maryland game, when it was really windy, we weren't even talking about the wind. We were talking about a movie we watched the night before in the hotel. And sure enough, he made it, so helped him out.
Fast forward to Miguel's final game at Kinnick against rival Nebraska. He missed a 37-yarder that would have put the Hawkeyes up by 11 late in the game. Instead, Nebraska tied the game, and then the Iowa offense gave him a shot at redemption.
So many emotions go through your mind when you see something like that, but, you know, for us, regardless of what he does in his life, this will be something that we'll be able to refer back to, you know, forever.
From 41 yards, Recinos walked it off in style.
Did you actually watch him run down the field? I was jumping up and down, so I missed it. I videotape all of his kicks, so I was focusing on the shot.
Now, if you remember last year's frozen Pinstripe Bowl, Recinos was still able to pull through and go a perfect 2 for 2 in field goal attempts on Tuesday. There's a high of 80, and there's no wind in the forecast. We'll see what he's able to do in his last game in the black and gold in perfect kicking conditions. Josh?